Yo, 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 yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Habari Live, where we bring you the news and the news our way. Welcome, Aisha, and I am Damon Dipleen Ellison. We were supposed to have a guest, but hey, whatever. Anyway, we'll go through the show just like normal. Me and you doing our thing. It's no thing, man. We'll keep it jumping. You know what I'm saying? That's how we
Definitely.
do it. You know. Good morning, everyone that's tuning in. If you're watching, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep you updated with some of the things that's going on in the world and some of the things that's happened along this week. Um, been a crazy week so far. We've had a couple crazy things going on with the voting system. I mean, with our voting system and the votes that we were trying to keep the Republicans from making it difficult for people to be able to vote. Their mission now has been is to get rid of mail-in voting. That's been their mission, and which has been mail-in voting was a big. They were big proponents of mail-in voting at one time, but now that they've changed their mind because they lost an election uh, by mail-in voting, now they're against it. They're trying to have people bring ID to vote. You registered, you did everything, you've done everything, you registered vote, showed everything you need to show, and now they're saying, all right, now you need an ID and you need to come into the polls to vote. So
But they continue to close polling stations.
yes, that's their
And
thing. Is that they're trying to
Election
funnel
Day is
everyone.
not a national federal holiday. So there's no option really for those who actually work during polling hours
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to be able to get to the poll and cast their votes.
That's real. I mean, they're making it as difficult as possible to for people to vote, for people to get their what they want out. I mean, they're just making it difficult for people to get out there and vote and make their words heard
Voices heard.
and that, like diverse voices heard. You right, you right. And they just doing a bad job, man, of giving everybody a opportunity to vote, man. In other countries, everyone votes. Everyone votes, and there's no issues of people having to show IDs and all these things.
Right.
It's everybody votes, and it's easily everybody's registered to vote. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem of all this registration and all these things. If you're an American citizen, you should be able to vote.
Right.
If you have a felony, that shouldn't matter. None of these things that we put obstacles that we put in front of people to keep them from voting should keep people from voting. Everybody should be able to put their vote in, no matter where you're at. Now, all these obstacles that they're putting in is just trying to keep people from making their voices heard, and because they know that they're losing the demographics battle, they're losing the ideology battle, they're just losing the battle. Period. They're not, and what they're bringing to the table is just more racism and divisiveness. So, I, I I make sure that I was paying attention to what Kristen Cinema she had her little uh, spiel, her little speech about why she wouldn't vote to get rid of the what is it, the filibuster.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Senate filibuster, which been in place to keep minority people or the minority groups. So
From
like if
voting.
the minority group in the Senate, so maybe the Democrats right now it's even, but if it was a minority group, that group would keep their power by keeping this filibuster in place, and they would keep be able to have voting power on certain things. So what they do is they keep this filibuster in place, and it's been in place since the '60s to be able to keep the people who are have won the Senate and have the power to be able to use their power to use what they need to do.
Right.
So it's it's um it's just crazy that we have to go through this nowadays with this filibuster and huh? Oh, okay. With this filibuster and everything that's going on. But I think we want to take a moment here What's up?
I'm
What's up
running
with it, man? What's
commercial.
up with it, man? To introduce our guest here, we had already started, bro. So come on in, have a seat. She gonna move for you here. What's up with you, man?
Chilling, man. How you looking, bro?
Man, just doing our thing, bro. For sure. Just doing our thing. We want to welcome to your show, man. We was already talking shit and everything. We want to welcome my man Murkemz to the show. I'm going to talk about you a little bit before we give you a good motherfucking introduction. We have a very special guest. That's you here.
Word.
Yeah, you might need those.
All right. I wasn't sure if I did or not.
Ice-T and Cardi B has shouted him out as the next great MC. T-Pain had to eat his words after witnessing the mastery of this great MC. Tech Nine, we got Twister, Cube also had to chime in to let them know this guy's MC's vocal abilities. Lazy Bone has also connected with this great MC here. We want to introduce rapping sensation, hip hop, Phoenix hip hop local, and world renowned right now, Murkemz.
My man.
Welcome to the show, my guy.
Word. What's good,
I
y'all?
appreciate you coming, my dude.
All day.
And great
It's
to meet
early.
you.
It's early for me, but I'm out here.
I know it's early, man. So I appreciate you coming.
Nah,
bro.
for
But,
sure.
First, we wanted to ask you, 2021 was a pretty good year for you, my dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've been skyrocketing it up the charts, as I would say. Just being known out here and people knowing you and getting the knowings and getting the acknowledgement that you deserve out here.
Right.
And what do you see yourself going on for 2022 to try to get better than that big year that you had last year?
I'm gonna push myself to, just be a more creative writer, and try to grind harder. Build with my connects, and I learned a lot last year. I made a lot of mistakes as well. So, do some of them things right. I did a lot of things right too.
Definitely.
But niggas know that because I posted it.
Right,
but I fucked up a lot too. So, the areas where I see I needed improvement, I'm improving. And the shit that I was doing right, we're gonna continue to do that shit right. It gotta make for something better at that point.
Definitely. I see that you're a different type guy. You don't hang out and you don't do the clubs and you don't do the scene as much as others do.
Right.
I don't see you out here as much as I see others. Is this the way that you approach the game to keep yourself sane? You try to keep yourself, just.
I was always kind of like, I wasn't heavy on the club. I pop out to the club, but it's like, I go to the club. I'll probably get couple numbers. I go to the club a couple times in one weekend, get a couple numbers, and I'm gonna work on them for the next couple weeks. I ain't heavy on popping out all the time like that. But nah, for real though. But it do keep me like in the right frame of mind, because you get lost in that.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to go out all the time, and it's just like a nigga got lost in that. So it's just like, at this point, I'm just like, all right, I could pop out today. I don't even really pop out unless it's for Murkemz though.
Right.
Like, it gotta have something to do with me or benefit me, or I'm going to meet somebody or something like that. Like, I don't really be joking around like that.
What I meant about it is that you're about business.
Nah, yeah, for real.
And it's about business for you, trying to get your brand set forward, and that's what it's about for you, and that's what I like about your game.
Word.
And that the fact that you're here today is a big part of it, because most of them would not, because of situations. I was out partying.
Right. And I did go out last night, but we caught I slid at like 1. You know what I mean? I was like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here.
But I appreciate you, my guy.
Word.
And you had your little spiel with T-Pain and everything.
Word.
And how was that? How did that all come about with him?
With the T-Pain situation was I guess a fan sent, like, T-Pain was twitching or whatever, like live twitching or whatever, and he was listening to people's music and all that. And a fan sent him my freestyle to the Whoop-De beat, and like, he pressed play and he was just like, "Oh, I'm tired of this same old shit." Like, It wasn't no strike against him. It's just like he ain't really listen. He heard a drill beat. He was like, "Here we go."
Right. Yeah.
So up top, as soon as he pressed play, he heard the beat. He was like,
all
"Nah, fuck this. I'm sick of this."
Yeah, he went off, man, for a minute. So
right. So what I did was, homegirl sent it to me at like 1 a.m. Now I mean, like T-Pain talking shit. I was dying, so I just posted it. I just took that, I screen recorded that and posted it to my page. I ain't say nothing. I was like, yo, T-Pain coming at me, y'all.
Right.
And I went to sleep and I woke up and niggas was like, yo, what the fuck you talking about? Murkemz is the GOAT. You must ain't listen to his shit. I mean, it was throwing stones or whatever. Right. And nah, it was mad funny. And then I was just awake for a little while. I just woke up type shit. I seen niggas getting at him, and then in real time I seen him responding like, yo, my bad, y'all. I got so much drill beats in my folder, but that video where he was in a Jeep and he was spitting and she was talking about bounce that. Right. He was like, yo, that shit was fire and da-da-da-da. And he doubled back and he even messaged me and type shit. It was he was like, yo, you nice and shit like that.
He had to eat his words on
that. Yeah. He was like, you gotta forgive me, man. It was just type shit. Like it was a real humbling experience. This T-Pain, he ain't gotta tell a nigga shit about shit. He can say, nah, this song is whack, and then that's it. Yeah, go to the next review. So it's like that was fire that T-Pain was able to, able to come to my level and say that, and it was fire from that. I got supporters that was, going crazy. Like, oh hell nah. Like so that shit was kind of ill, yeah.
Hey man, you still humble, man.
Yeah,
and that's dope. You know what I mean? You've met with Ice-T. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
He invited you to his house, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So how was that experience?
That was crazy too. This was a couple days before Christmas. I had hit Ice-T maybe like a little after we was talking. I was like, when the next time you gonna be in AZ? Right, and he was like, I'll let you know because I actually want to meet you. So I was like, all right, cool. And so it was like a couple days before Christmas, and he was just like, yo, Murk, what you doing? Hit me on Twitter in the DM. I was like, I'm chilling, what's good? He was like, yo, I'm at the crib right now. I'm chilling till like 5, 6, pull up.
Right.
So he sent me his number, I hit him, he sent me his address. I scooped my nigga Breeze and we slid up there. And it was his crib. He came out, he was like, what's good, y'all? Like niggas in the crib. We was just chopping it up for hours, like 5, 6 hours. He was giving game. Gave us a couple connects, and we even got some things planned, like coming in store. I don't want to speak on it yet, but me and the OG cooking up. He's definitely helping my situation, and just based off the strength that he like it. It just came off Twitter spamming.
That's
type shit.
That's when you know you're doing something right.
Word.
Because motherfuckers don't have to do anything.
They
don't have to take their time to talk to you, to invite you anywhere.
Right.
But if you're doing something and motherfuckers are respecting what you're doing, then that's when those hands come out.
Yeah.
People don't put their hands out. Rappers wonder why it doesn't happen to them. Because everybody don't have it, man, unfortunately, bro.
Yeah.
We all do. I rap. Ain't nobody invited me nowhere.
Word, man. I understand.
Hey, it's a grind. It's what you're doing.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. This is my first invite. So,
right.
So it's like
many more to come.
Right,
well,
my brother.
You also talked to, you also had my man from Lazy Bone, right?
Yeah. Shouts out Lazy Bone.
To the
he invited me to the verses.
Right.
I guess my second invite.
So you getting the invites, man.
Nah. Shout out to OG Lazy Bone for sure.
And it's dope because the OGs are saying that you're dope.
Yeah.
And when that's coming, you know what I'm saying, that's love because you grew up listening to these motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
Ice-T, Lazy Bone, when you was a young dude.
Yeah. Bone, my favorite group. Like it already was that since I was like a teenager.
Them boys is historically,
you
know what I'm saying, hip hop's history. And I know that feels good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Say that you dope, man. And
hell yeah.
I respect that, man. And like I said, 2021 was real good to you, man.
My man.
I hope 22 is better.
Oh yeah. We're gonna go crazy. We got a lot in store.
That's dope, man. And I always like about your visuals also.
Word.
You're always putting out dope visuals, man.
Yeah.
Letting people see you. You're not even though you're not a real out there guy, you still open with the camera. You know what I mean?
Right.
So have you always been a person that was outgoing with the camera work, or are you always grew up around cameras, or is this something that you just started doing as you entered hip hop?
Nah. I mean, it go hand in hand with rap. I mean, I just know what it take. But outside of that, like I know when to turn it on, turn it off. I was a class clown. Like, I'm always. I mean, I'm a lit person when I want to be. But it's like, I mean, at any time, it's just like, it's just it's switch.
Time and place.
Nowadays,
right.
Nowadays, you have to have that.
Right.
Because I mean, you have to have the ability to be great in front of the camera.
Right.
Have that energy in front of the camera, like that the one you did with your hair all out and
right.
Energy just the energy that you bring when you're rapping.
Right.
You have to be able to bring that to camera. Everybody can't do that, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Things change when the cameras come on. You know what I'm saying? You get a little timid. You don't do any of those things. You know what I mean? And that's pretty dope, man, that you just have that ability to just be yourself.
Yeah.
All the way through.
So we could do that with the hair out, jumping around with the girls. Mm-hmm. And then we could go in the boardroom and figure something out.
Right.
You like that with the hair out, right? I could give you 20 more of those. Let's talk.
Hey, man. That's why you get respect.
My brother.
For sure. That's for shit. And I'm watching you, man. So I've been watching you for a while. You probably know, but I've always checked you out. I've always what you're doing because I see who's the good people in the city, man, and who's going somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, it's a lot of connotations that come with being a Phoenix rapper.
Right.
We put most of it on ourselves because I think that we're harder on ourselves as a city than we should be.
Right.
And you being not originally from Phoenix, how long have you been here?
I've been out here since I was like a teenager.
Okay.
I mean, so I've been out here half my life. I became a man out here for real.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
You're originally from Queens, right?
I'm from Queens, New York. Yeah.
For sure. And being from Queens and now being, seeing how the environment is in Phoenix, you come from an historic hip hop city. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Do you have any weight on your shoulders that you feel as though that you have to hold up from being from Queens and also having to bring Phoenix to the light because it's fighting that battle to become what it needs to be and what it can be and what we holding it back to be. You know what I mean? And does you feel any pressure from those things?
Nah, not really, man. It's more so exciting because it's like, damn, I couldn't know. I mean, it's an honor to be a Queens MC.
Right.
Know what I mean? But it's just like this is like a special little thing. It's my own thing. Mm-hmm. So it don't feel like no weight. It feel like the Murk story because I'm also not a nigga from here. Know what I mean? Like, know what I mean? Actually born and raised type shit. Right. And so it's just like, I mean, it's a little both, and it's my own thing. And
you don't feel any pressure to represent Phoenix in to bring Phoenix into the light. You don't feel any pressure on that, or because you feel like
that's not no pressure. That's second nature.
Right.
That's like saying that's my cousin or that's my mother or that's my brother.
Right.
Like it is what it is.
Right.
And so ain't no pressure to say I'm repping Phoenix out of how I'm gonna live here for 15 years and not do that.
Right.
Like it ain't no pressure. It's regular.
It's real.
It's real. I mean,
well, most of us Phoenicians feel as though, as I talk to people and I spoke to people from here and I get the vibe that most people feel that you got to leave. You have to leave. You can't be connected to Phoenix. And most people who do make it and do well don't say anything about Phoenix. And that's the crazy part. Most of the people that we do know that has made it to and made it different records and different albums, you didn't even know that they were from here.
Word.
Until you dig a little bit.
Word. That's crazy.
And I don't know if it's bad luck or
nah, that ain't
or
no thing,
what is it that you think's that why do we hold ourselves back in this city? What is it that holds Phoenix back? I know you don't get into this bullshit that goes on, man, and you stay out of this shit, which is really fucking smart, man.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? You're never in this shit, man. And I see all this shit online, man, and you're never in this shit.
Right.
Which is great. I love that about you, bro. Stay out the bullshit, man. But why do you feel, man, that I know other cities have these problems too, man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere.
Yeah. There's how many cities are actually on? Like 4,
Right.
5.
Right.
How many cities are in the United States of America? There's 50 states.
That's real.
Right.
So it got to be like fucking 500 cities,
That's really.
including the little shit towns and all of this shit. So
That's
it's just
real.
like, you know what I mean? The odds is the odds. Like,
Right.
I mean, we not alone in this or nothing
That's
like
real.
that. And it's just like, you got New York, Atlanta, I mean, Chicago, Detroit, LA.
That's about it.
And then after that, it start getting a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
And so
does.
it's just like, and them ain't 5 states, them is 5 cities.
Right.
So
Because
it's just like,
after that, you only have 1 or 2 groups that have
type shit
that came from these sections or areas.
Yeah.
I know St. Louis, I think we had like maybe 2.
We got Nelly and all of that shit.
Right, a couple
there.
cats that made it. But
it's scarce though. It's scarce in other cities.
That's real. And you, even though these cats came from the St. Louis area, St. Louis still doesn't have a style or a sound.
Are you from
hip-hop.
St. Louis?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
You don't like, it's not a St. Louis sound. You know what I mean?
Word.
No,
I don't know because I haven't. I mean, like,
nah, man.
Because some cities be having the city sound, and you don't know till you go to the city and be like, okay, this is
like there's
St. Louis
Memphis sound.
Yeah,
like, you know,
nah, definitely.
There's a Memphis sound.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I can't pinpoint like the people that have made it. You know, dude who did the pop lock and drop it. They killed him.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Then the other boy who did what was his name? He was a long time ago. He had the club song. In the club, getting tipsy. Chingy. And then we had Jaquan also, right?
Jaquan, yeah.
So we've had about 3, but they all sound totally different.
Yeah.
And Nelly,
Nelly really, he was his most successful rapper from there. You know what I mean? But no one has copied his style or swagger or said, hey, this is the St. Louis way of doing things.
You could definitely tell the difference between Chingy and Nelly because it's two totally different sounds.
They country as fuck though.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they try to use that country grammar. I guess that would be what we would more catch on to. But what is going to be, what do you guess is going to be the sound that Phoenix finally says, all right, this is it? Will it be your sound? You think will it be what Murkemz does? Or will it be some Mexican / something else?
Sound. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the sound would be. Yeah, man. I can't even answer. I don't even know what the sound would be. But
we've had what? Willie North Pole.
I know there's a lot of dope MCs from out here though, man.
Good, right? So I'm saying, like, if we was to come out, if there was to say there's a certain style of hip hop that would be great for Phoenix. I think, you know what I'm saying, your style of rap, which is a more speedier style of rap, is more West Coast flavor. Because I think that we garner towards the Tech 9 type style in this city.
Right.
We like those type rappers. He does well in Phoenix all the time.
Right.
The Futuristics, you know what I mean? He raps with that type speedy type style. I'm starting to think that that's what we probably would be known more for, because more of our rappers that are being known, getting more known, that's pretty much what they
what they do to and I mean what works. Right. Even for me, like, to say that's like it worked. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've been writing music for over 10 years. I mean, I did a fast song, right, and a reactor, like a big reactor named No Life Shack, he reacted to it. Like overnight, I got over 5,000-6,000 subscribers on YouTube and all of this shit. Mm-hmm. And then from there, I just followed suit. I mean, I was like, okay, this hit, let me do that.
Right.
Know what I mean? Because I had the Ready to Go. I needed all Moonwalk and all kinds of shit. I was just trying to figure. I do everything at a high level, but I was just trying to figure what's going to hit. Right. You know what I mean? Bring actual fans in. Being a good rapper is fire, but I mean, ain't nobody lining up. Now niggas is lining up for the speed rap. Mm-hmm. So I fed the beast, right, more so than that. I mean, I don't want to even say that's my style. That's just what's lucrative for Murkemz at the moment.
Right. But you mix in a lot of attitude.
Yeah.
A lot of
Right,
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah. There's different little nuances in it, and all that shit. But I mean, I feel like, yeah, we'll see. 2022, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, I
For
really,
sure,
man, I really believe, man, that I believe it.
my
You know what I
brother.
mean? I could think of only a couple MCs around here that are really in that top echelons, and I definitely put you in there. And every year for me, especially last year, you were number one. There was no question on that. You know what I mean? That was a talk on the tongues of everyone around here. Definitely, there was no question on that, man. You were the number one MC in this motherfucking state, city, period. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I want to see you go and take over everywhere else from here, man, on
My
out,
brother.
man, because you are a very talented gentleman, very humble, and I appreciate you coming through. We're gonna run through a couple segments real fast here, and you can chime in whatever you want to from there. What you got? I was talking about Kristen Cinema, chump ass, not voting to
I can't wait to vote her
help
out.
to get the voting rights push. I was talking about Martin Luther King. He blasted Kristen Sinema after her Thursday speech announcing that she wouldn't support changes to Senate rules to oppose Democrats' major voting rights bill, accusing the Arizona lawmaker of siding with the legacy of prominent segregationists and white supremacists over that of his father, the late civil rights leader Martin Luther King. History will remember Senate Sinema unkindly, King III said, after Arizona lawmaker said she wouldn't support filibuster changes to pass the voting rights legislation. We all know that Bull Connor was a white supremacist who was brutal efforts to enforce segregation and crack down on civil rights activism from his perch as a city commissioner in Birmingham, Alabama, which made him one of the most prominent faces of opposition to the civil rights movement. Wallace, a former governor of Alabama and one-time Democratic presidential candidate, was a staunch advocate of segregation late into his life. My point that we want to bring this up is about Kristen Sinema, man. Which, you know what I'm saying? We got to vote her out. I mean, this filibuster it's been racist since the beginning, and the whole thing about the filibuster is to keep us from voting, and that's the reason why it was put in place in the first place. And she's trying to use this bill to keep voting rights, not put in place, new voting rights to be put in place. So to me, it's like it's a double-edged sword that's stabbing us in the back twice.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it. Like she can make a decision to change this filibuster because the filibuster was in place to keep voting rights. If you're against the voting rights and you're for us changing these things that the Republicans are trying to put in place, then we definitely need to make sure that we vote this filibuster out. That's the first thing that should have been gone a long time ago.
A long time ago, right?
So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, is she up for re-election this year?
I think so, yeah.
I hope so, man. I'm really sick of her, dog. She's whack, man. I hope we get somebody in there, man, that's could push it forward, man. Because she's trying to stand on this ground of she's trying to toe the line because she know we're in a state that's a purple state and it's moving back and forth, and we don't know for sure what it's going to be. It's the way it's looking with all the Californians coming in. We're going to be more of a blue state,
right?
But I hopefully we can get her out of there as soon as possible. But I want to get to another story in with Habari News Weekly. The Mesa police released a new graphic video Wednesday night after officers shot a man with a metal tool. They shot him with beanbag rounds first before shooting him with guns. This incident happened on January 3rd, but this is the first time investigators have released videos linked to the investigation. The police were called to a house on Brown Road in Val Vista Drive because they said a 49-year-old man, James, I don't want to mess his name up, was in a homeowner's backyard. Police said the homeowner gave them a key to unlock the yard. When they did and slightly opened the gate, they saw Sheed with a steel framing square in his hand, and they shot and killed the dude. I guess they kept telling him to go back, but he wouldn't, and they ended up killing him. But man, dog, a ruler?
That's what it was?
It's a metal ruler, right? One of those.
Wow.
I mean, dog, man. I mean, they did hit him. They said they hit him with the bean bags. He didn't go down. They did something
What about
else.
the taser? That should have been next.
Man.
Or the baton, the little baton thing that they have on them.
But the craziest part is that they called the crisis center first. They didn't even call the police, and the police was not aware that the crisis center was called. I guess the crisis center is for people that need help with drugs and everything. Because the guy
mental
was
illness,
right.
stuff like that.
He was
right.
a drug addict, and I guess he relapsed. But they didn't do anything to connect the police with the crisis center
hadn't gotten there yet.
I guess they hadn't gotten there. The police got there before them, and them two they didn't communicate what was going on. So it ended up costing this man his life. And Mesa Police has been known for pulling the trigger pretty fast. So I don't know, man. Something needs to be done about police killings, and especially with the Mesa Police in Phoenix altogether. It's just bad. And because we have an open carry state, it seems like we pay the price a little bit more. But what do you have for the Hollywood today?
In Hollywood hotness today, first I wanted to talk about something that was local. Wanted to talk about the Arizona Autism Charter School.
Mm-hmm.
The parents have been fighting the state, just trying to get transportation for the kids who have autism.
Right.
Right now, the school serves about 300 students.
Okay.
But with this new program that they're hoping to roll out this coming school year, they received a grant of $2 million from A for Arizona.
Okay.
And they plan to use the money to purchase 13 vehicles that will be outfitted with the latest technology to assist the students who have autism.
Dope.
They're partnering with Kid Commute, which is a transportation company whose 2-person driver teams are specially trained to handle any outbursts, expressive behavior along the routes from pickup to drop off.
That's dope, man.
So when they plan to roll the program out, initially they want to serve 130 students with the 13 vehicles. But hopefully it works well for them and they're able to get more vehicles and able to get another grant for it and be able to probably serve more than 300 students for autism, because right now it's kind of rough for students who do have autism to get the care and
because we don't put
education that they need.
We don't put any money into education in Arizona.
Right.
Nothing.
Right, definitely. So
but that's cool, man. That's dope. Let's give them applause. We like to see the people helping out, especially people with autism and people
who have disabilities and things like that, who don't
get help, man.
Right.
And that's great for them.
Yeah. So I just wanted to commend the charter school for doing that and things like that, because I think it not only helps serve the students, but it helps the parents too, especially when they know that they're going to have somebody who's specifically trained to help those students and accommodate those students with whatever form of autism they have.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
But in other news, I wanted to discuss Tiffany Haddish. Wasn't a very good Friday morning for her, should I say. Friday morning, around 2:30 in the morning, she was arrested.
Right.
And charged with a DUI. The information that's out is not really forthcoming.
She had a good mugshot, though.
Yeah, she did have a good mugshot. Yeah. She smiled in that moment. She was like, "Hey."
It wasn't that bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, it was 2:30 in the morning, so they said she was high because she smoked weed.
The comment just left her, huh? Oh, that's why it was because she was high, not drunk.
They said she was smoked marijuana.
Oh.
But they also said she fell asleep at the wheel. So
that was some good shit.
I don't know if they did a sobriety test or anything like that
for her.
Had to. But yeah, it's not really. But she posted bond for $1,600. So
that ain't bad.
Yeah,
that is not bad.
I can kind of see her eventually coming off with like some type of stand-up joke or something. She gonna talk about it.
Her stand-up is garbage. I'm sorry.
It really
It's
is.
not funny at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. But hopefully she don't get, caught up too bad in that. You know what I'm saying? Common left her, now she drinking and getting drunk.
Falling asleep at the wheel, getting high. She's doing it all.
That's probably why he left her. You know what I'm saying? She was drunk all the time. Well, hey, gotta do what you gotta do, man. Is that all you got for Hollywood this week?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad that at this time we're still getting cited for smoking weed.
Well, you can't. It's legal.
I mean, I can say they give you a DUI for it if you're behind the wheel and that, but
you can't do it, man.
Yo, that should be legal, like just all across the board. Not all these funny rules.
Like they tell you can't operate a vehicle within 2 hours of smoking weed. Like, so you tell me if I smoke a blunt, I can't drive for 2 hours?
Nah, man, you just don't want to.
Like that just don't add up.
Where you like that,
like man. At all.
You can't be fucked up where you falling asleep, dog.
That's why I want to ask. So she fell asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that.
Nah.
No, you can't be falling asleep at the wheel. But at the same time, like
by any means.
Right. No. There's got to be levels to this shit.
You know.
Smoke a little blunt, cool. You know what I'm saying? Smoke blunts and
then get behind the
and
wheel.
You drinking.
Right.
I've been there.
She put the whole eighth in the back.
Yeah, man.
Right.
She she was feeling
the
good.
information that they released really didn't say whether or not
I think those
she had alcohol.
Is she even guilty?
I don't know.
Alleged.
Right, it's alleged right now.
It really is.
Right, because
this is all alleged.
It could come back and it's pills. You know what I'm saying? It could be something.
It could have been something that,
or she was tired.
A medication,
right.
or she actually,
she was tired. Long
tired.
Night.
She got chronic tiredness.
I don't think they give passes for those medications either, though, because they tell you not.
They
to
tell
drive.
you not to operate a vehicle or machinery when you give you certain medications.
So,
but
unless she was just long night of acting, bad acting.
Right.
But she's dope though. Hopefully she does well.
Her stand-up trash, but she's dope.
He's bad acting, bad stand-up. She's cool though.
She's not funny, man. But, hey, I support what she do. You know what I mean? My nigga,
she does do a lot for the community, especially for foster kids too. She do a lot for them.
I love that she gets work. I don't know how she's doing it, but I support it.
But she dope though.
She's dope. How she figure it out, man? How the fuck she getting all these jobs?
Right.
She was like one with the kids and shit.
Yeah.
How she do that? Like Bill Cosby had to rape a lot to get to that level, man. But my bad. Bill Cosby was funny though.
He was.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody think he was funny? I'm the only one?
No, that wasn't for me.
Man, but Bill, you ain't never seen his stand up?
I seen it. It wasn't.
You didn't think it was funny at all? The family stand up?
That kind of comedy just not. It's like I understand the legend,
right?
But it's just like I can't say I was cracking up like I'm watching Dave Chappelle or some shit like.
Fuck no.
Nah, I mean,
he wasn't.
But I only judge funny.
He's not a Richard Pryor or Dave Chappelle.
I only judge funny by funny.
Right.
So if I'm not cracking up.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I see it. It's like I'm looking at
it's like more of like a dry humor.
I think I put him in the level of Kevin Hart.
Or situation.
But even Kevin Hart first shit was funny.
It was
funny.
But he's a family humor guy, Kevin Hart.
Right.
It's all about his relationships.
I think that's kind of who he modeled himself after too.
I don't know, but Bill didn't cuss at all.
No, he didn't.
I think I need it. I think it's necessary.
Yeah. I think it is to get that point across.
Yeah, I fuck with Richard Pryor.
That punchline.
Yeah. He didn't cuss at all, man. He didn't say nothing. But he had one that was decent, man. I can't give old girl, I don't know, one that was decent. But hey, whatever. I want to talk about on our comic quarter. We're gonna talk about comic corner. We're gonna talk about the Boba Fett this week. I thought it was okay. I felt the machine people were kind of whack. Just man, the science, the technology that they were using, and I thought the Wookiee fight was pretty dope. He was dope, but the twins, I don't know about their CGI, man. I just don't know, man. I don't know, man. If you haven't watched Boba Fett, you probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But whatever. Without Tamara Morrison, I think the book of Boba Fett might have completely faltered this by this point. That's really how much dude is holding this show together, man. It's he's really doing well, but I just don't feel as though the characters or even the world that they're building is connecting very well. But dude, he makes you want to watch it because he's really good. But I'm hoping it gets better. But I think the last episode was flat, and I think that they're spending a lot of time setting up future plot points.
I do too.
That you're not really getting the full
Boba Fett story.
Yeah, and then they keep doing all these flashbacks, and I don't know, man. I just don't like it.
I think with Boba Fett, they're leaving too much of the action portion for the end of the episodes.
I don't know, man.
And I think that's what kind of makes it a little
They was on like
dry.
scooters last episode.
Right.
They look really goofy. I don't know, man. It just looked goofy. I didn't like it. So that was my comment corner. Is that I thought it was okay. You know what I mean? It's just okay. When you stacking it next to what they did with the Mandalorian, man, it's just so hard.
It's not.
And it's basically trying to be the same thing. You know, it's the same feel as that.
Right.
But I don't think that you're not connecting with the characters as you do as well with the Mandalorian character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Boba Fett needs something else. It needs another character or something that brings you in. You have the girl is broody character. She doesn't say much, broody. And the dude is the same thing, brute. You know what I mean? Like you need something.
Somebody who's gonna say something or
something comedic relief. You need somebody that's gonna bring something else to the show because right now it's just a whole bunch
just dry.
Yeah, it is. So I don't know. That's how I feel about that. And what you got for us for the exam today?
Well, I mean, here at Habari Entertainment, Habari Live, all of our guests take a final exam.
Oh, word. Straight like that.
Straight like that. It's a final exam. We give you 5 questions. You get 3 out of the 5 correct, and we'll donate to your charity of choice. All right.
Shit.
Good morning.
Right.
Wake you up like, let's go.
Top of the tip.
Right. We're going to test your knowledge, see what you know. And question 1 is, CREAM is the acronym for what 1994 Wu-Tang Clan hit?
Cash rules everything around me.
Cash rules everything around me.
You probably should have asked me these questions before you put them down. Let's go.
Okay. We're going to see. The documentary was Hugh's debut album and #1 selling album at the same time.
The game.
We donate.
I don't know no charities on top, but make sure it's kids for the kids. Whatever the kids want.
Okay.
Send it to them.
Who appeared as Huggy Bear in the 2004 reboot film version of Starsky and Hutch?
Snoop.
Yeah, you should have asked me this shit, man.
Well, look, I was sitting right there doing it in front of you.
It took you like 9 hours to come up with this.
Let me get the extra credit.
He said he want the extra credit.
You're on punishment, man. Let's go.
Who appeared as Jamal King in the 2001 film How High?
Oh, my goodness.
The Red Man.
Holy shit. 5 for 5. Let's go.
Who stars as Ernest or Ern Marks in FX TV series Atlanta?
Oh. I don't watch TV, but it's Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino is correct.
He could just guess that.
I remember he was in the show. And he
But he also
man.
created the show too. So
Oh, word. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he did, man. Dude is raw.
Nah, he probably
He's raw.
he do it all.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, let's hold it down for the kids.
But I mean, I had to give an easy one because
nah, man, that was way too easy.
Out of all the episodes, only 2 people have gotten donations, and everybody else has got everything
the mission
completely
is to
wrong.
Give up no donations. You know, we we want people to win. You know what I'm saying? But at the same, we got to give up some money. So we want them to lose.
He said we let the kids, but fuck them kids.
Hey, but definitely, what charity you got going for us, bro?
Yo, I don't even know no charities off tops, man. But I said like whatever, something for the kids. Man.
Okay,
like,
so we doing
kids
some children's hospital or something like that.
We could do Phoenix Children's.
Right. We got 3 that we need to do now. Out of 10, that ain't bad.
Yeah, 3 out of 10. No, it's 3 out of 11.
We didn't have
a guess for the first episode.
There you go. So it's like half the people winning. So your questions are getting kind of easy.
3 out of 10. That's not half.
I don't know, Obama. You was tougher last time on the Daniel and Tita podcast. Got to get back to that.
I get there. I mean, you know, we might change it back to them damn questions.
No, the questions was alright.
Hey, we appreciate my man Murkemz for coming through and speaking with us, man, and talking with us, man. Hopefully you have a good 2022. We will be looking out for everything you got going. And what you wanted to get people to look up your music, how to find you, shout them out, let you know how to find you.
When is drop?
This will be dropping live, and I'll be putting it on iTunes and everything today.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Just check me out everywhere. Murkemz, Murkemz, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. And I mean, you can search my music anywhere, all platforms. Murkemz. I got a Fastlane Deluxe Side A dropping on January 22nd, 11 songs. Then Side B dropping February 2nd, 10 days later, another 11 songs. So I mean, we going crazy.
When that's dropping?
January 22nd, Side A. And that's gonna be 11 joints. And then Side B drop February 2nd.
Dope. Run out, go get it, man. Make sure you check my dude out, man, because he is definitely gonna be on a move this motherfucking year. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for tuning in. Cool. Right on. I'm my dip. That's Aisha. All right, man. Peace out.
Holla.
We're gonna grab a quick photo.